Okay, this is second class of the market prep. So for everyone, don't really put like junior developer. Usually you don't say junior, okay? Even recruiters know. So whenever you use something that is unusual, it already gives an impression to the recruiter that you maybe don't know, maybe you are new in this field. So don't put junior, just say front-end developer. That means you have at least 2 years of experience. Usually, when you join a company right after the college or university, you still don't have to say junior. You will have just junior, I mean, software engineer. That will be the first level. Okay.
So do recruiters know how we usually like how people do make their profile? Like, do they know that we're for real not have 3, 4 years experience?
There is a lot of people actually who have experience but still make some mistakes.
Mhm.
So if you go answer to the questions, that will be enough. You don't have to prove like with some credentials or something. Okay, we
I
are
just need.
mhm,
Mhm.
ready?
Uh, yes, kind of.
Okay, let me check. I am the host. All right.
I will
Uh,
never be ready.
yeah, yeah. It's true. Like you won't be 100% ready. So just jump to it. Ayan, could you please introduce yourself a little bit? Tell me about your background
Um,
briefly,
uh,
like 2, 3 sentences. Anything you
two.
know, anything I need to know.
Mm, I'm software. Okay, I should software or front-end developer. Which one better?
Choose one, it's okay.
Okay, I am front-end developer.
Mm-hmm.
I start my role 2020, and uh, um during my when during afterward after I graduate my university, uh I'm just a little bit shy really. So
Okay, let's say there is
let's just skip with this part.
okay. All right.
Go.
Um, how many years of experience you have?
2 years experience.
Okay, and how did you start learning web development? Why did you decide to learn web development?
Um, I decided for learn web development because I like it. Actually, programming, learning, and I choose this because I think there's a lot of uh, creativity opportunity. You can create something, you can create
Mm-hmm.
something really cool. Why
Mm-hmm.
JavaScript? JavaScript is really a functional language,
Mm-hmm.
and uh, mm, I like when you creating when you can like create own website and
Okay.
style it however you want. That's
Mm-hmm.
really cool, I think, and mm,
Awesome. Uh, okay. Let's focus on HTML and CSS today. Uh, what do you know about like overall? What is HTML and why we use it? Why it's needed?
um, HTML it's like a standard language used for create and design web page.
Mm-hmm.
Um, think like HTML it's build blocks of a web page. Each block's called an element, so the browser have to display the content on the screen.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What is doc type in HTML?
Uh, doc type, it's document what's the type?
Okay, when you are
Uh,
working with HTML, right? Why we say
yes,
like doc type on top?
it's declaration,
Mm-hmm.
um, instructions that tells the web browser about the marking up language. It
Mm-hmm.
with this current web page it's written.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Uh,
Um,
like also doc type, it's not element, yes.
yeah, it's not an element. It's just a
Uh, Tag. Oh, it's not element or tag.
it's like a metadata, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not read it, it's not displayed, it's not um read it, it's not read it for browsers. Okay. Mm, okay. What is semantic element?
Mm, semantic element.
Hmm. Do you know like have you heard about it? Just whatever you know, you just have to let me know, and then
Mhm.
we will just go from there.
Semantic element. I remember got like semantic element.
Hmm.
Mm, it's
I'll give you a
element
hint,
like
okay? I'll give you a hint.
mhm.
So before, like a long time ago, there was only div, and everything was like div, 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 and like one of them was parent, and the rest is like child. And then it was like a headache, right? You don't know which one you are choosing or which one you are working with. And then there was an update, major update, and they introduced semantic elements. So elements now have their specific names, and it says header, footer, uh,
Body. Mm-hmm.
aside. Body was there from the beginning, but they added new specific sections, like
Mm-hmm.
semantic elements. And why do you think they introduced it?
Mm, why they introduced that?
Why it was added afterwards?
Uh, I think because like it just developing, every
Mhm.
years and
Okay, it was advancing and then they
yes,
changed it, right?
yes,
Hmm.
it was advancing and we change it, update, upgrade.
Okay, okay. What is block element and inline element?
Diff it's block element, spam,
Mm. What's the
uh,
difference?
uh, inline it's a like a element and like inline element it's usually just uh like taking
Hmm. You are right.
uh taking line like padding
Hmm.
or block element is taking margin and padding, yes.
Not really.
Uh, yes, but yeah.
Hmm.
It,
Okay, let's talk about metadata. What metadata you know?
um metadata I was reading about this too.
Okay,
uh
what do you understand by metadata?
mm, Metadata I was reading, I forgot.
Hmm. Okay, what is DOM?
DOM it's a document object model.
Okay, what does
Um,
it mean?
mm, yes, metadata is okay. Document object model, it's mean like when we are working with um, semantic elements.
Hmm.
Uh,
So you could say that semantic elements are DOM.
yes, some semantic elements in DOM. And okay.
Hmm. What else you can say about DOM?
Um,
Why it is so important?
this allows to program change the document style, structure, and content. Uh, I just like what I'm thinking is just like it's working because sorry.
Okay, let's imagine you are building a web page, right? Just using HTML and CSS. So before, if you are using any code editor, there will be a prepared document, right? The empty HTML page. So there you have a doc type, head, title, and body, right? And
Mm-hmm.
inside whatever you put, what does it build? Like what you get at the end?
I will get object,
Okay, what kind of object?
um, document type of object.
It's a document object model. It builds DOM, right? You're
Mm-hmm.
building a DOM, and DOM will be your document. It will be your page.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are the different types of forms you know?
Mm, form like I know just only one type of form.
Which one?
Uh, like
Form?
yes, like just form
Mm-hmm.
using usual, and we also use the formic, but it's like more.
Formic is different a little bit. So
Yes, it's like kind of bootstrap, something like this.
yeah. What else would you say?
um, about form,
Yeah. So there are many actually, not one.
um, I know we usually use, also remember, like uh, like form, and
Okay. Is it your final answer?
yes, so far.
Okay. Let's move to CSS. Uh, how many ways to apply CSS styles?
It was three-way, yes, or
Mm-hmm.
two.
Okay, yep, it is correct. And you have to give some examples now. Whatever you remember. If you know in
Mm,
Russian, try in Russian.
I just and I know I'm not using this, and
Okay, let's imagine
I
again. You have an HTML file. Now you have a styles. How do you
Mhm.
connect those? Like there are two different files. How do you connect them? How do you link them?
Usually I link the link in top of after in link website link tag. We just
Hmm.
created the additional like CSS like
Hmm. Okay, what is box
um,
model?
box model.
Hmm.
Uh,
What are the different positions in CSS?
different positions like
Different
layout,
ways of
something
positioning. Yep.
like flexbox,
Hmm.
layout, and bootstrap. Or not bootstrap.
Yeah,
Maybe
layout is different.
maybe I already failed. That's it. I give up.
Okay, I didn't give up yet.
I give up.
Okay, how many hours you prepared? How long you spent?
1 hour.
Was it today or last week?
It was today. I just
Okay. You have to
read it.
prepare, okay?
Yes.
Yeah, just read the question and read the answer and understand why it's happening. Okay? There are
Mm-hmm.
questions available. It's already prepared for you to see the question and see the answer. You just have to understand it. If you prepare, you will know it. Okay?
Yes. We will have recording, yes? We're recording. That's good. Okay.
We are recording it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kushtar.
Yeah,
For
just prepare and let's do it next week, okay? Like it's not
mm-hmm.
like one time and done and you forget. Let's prepare it and you prepare now, and in the future, you will be just grateful for yourself that you take time and prepare it. In the future, you will not prepare, like, you will not study in the future. You have to just study now, remember it for the interview, and then that's it. Next time, it will be just interview, and you will not really study for it. You have to do it now while we are practicing, okay? Here, if you
Okay.
fail it, it's okay, all right? Here we are to learn, to make mistakes and get corrected. So just come back. It's okay. Like nobody knows 100%, right? So don't worry, don't take time. Like you don't have to beat yourself up, okay?
Okay.
Just just like a regular day, wake up and study and prepare.
Okay. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. Thank you that you took the first step. So we will move on
Thank you
now.
for helping me
Sure.
for first step. Okay.
How many people helped
Victor,
you?
how many people?
Yeah, give me the names. I just want to know
Only
them.
you in the interview. Okay.
How
Last
many
time we
people were
all
texting you?
no, nobody texted me.
Okay. All right. Next, Victor.
Hi, Kushtar.
So
Yes.
again, hi. I mean, this is our first step, okay?
Okay.
Uh, it's a lot of pressure. I know it. I've been there. Uh, I can make it really stressful, or I can make it like, just regular interview. So if you change your perspective, like, okay, this is just like a interview with Kushtar and you go to the real interview, you will be fine. But if
Mhm.
I make it really stressful here and ask all the difficult questions, you will be afraid to go to real interview. Okay? So let's just, you know, take a conversation, okay?
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Let's start.
So how are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you. Today I spent all my time to prepare for this interview. Today
Awesome.
I did work. Yeah, usually I work every day,
Only
but
today, or you took some time last week also?
no, only today. To be honest,
Okay.
yeah, I had a lot of.
Okay. Thank you for being honest.
Yeah, it's bad quality, but it's
Okay,
with me
don't say
all
it's good
all
quality.
my
Say
life.
it's good quality, but it could be improved. Okay. We
All
have
right,
to change our
I see. Yeah,
way
it's very
of
good. Yeah,
conversation.
yeah,
Okay.
it's very
All right.
important.
Uh, okay. How long you been working with HTML?
So I started. I can say that it's almost 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So my journey started 2019. Uh,
Okay.
only when I started learning the front end, I tried to build my own projects only on HTML and CSS without any JavaScript. So for the
Mm-hmm.
first year, I did a lot of projects with HTML and CSS.
Okay. Good. What's HTML stands for?
So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is
Mm-hmm.
like World Wide Web language.
Mm-hmm.
So
Uh, what do you understand when you say hypertext markup language?
Hypertext Markup Language. So do you want to mean just describe each word? Like what does it mean each words or what? What do you mean?
Kinda, yeah. What what kind of meaning it gives when you combine everything?
All right, let me translate in my mind to Russian to explain it better. Yeah, because I know these words, but
Okay, let me
yeah.
explain, okay?
Okay.
It will be helpful for others as well. So, when we say hypertext, it's just something like it's a concept, right? And hypertext is just a way how we are presenting this information. And when we say markup, it just it's like, you have a white paper and then you have to put some elements and then you put inside what kind of element is it? Because as you can see, all the HTML tags elements, they have different names, right? So, but they have common thing. It's tags, the
Mm.
brackets, right? So those brackets are the markup elements, but inside we have this kind of hypertext language. So it means that this is just a structure, or I don't know, it's overall an idea that we are building a document based on the elements and the text inside.
May I ask you that hypertext means we have inside our text?
Mhm.
It's about the content, or we
Yeah,
have like a lot. It's content, right?
it's
Or
about
what
content.
kind
Yeah.
of tag? Like it is paragraph, H1, or
So those are just the names for tags.
okay,
But inside we have this content. So
hypertext,
we can change it, we can apply CSS to it. So we are adjusting the content of it. All
right?
right. Mm-hmm. How would you explain what is doc type?
So doc type, when we only start to create our project, we need to declare what type of. So I'm sorry. Can you please repeat the question one more time?
Doc type, how would you explain it?
So we need to define doc type for the browser. The browser should know what type of document he is gonna display. So we need to
Mm-hmm.
define it.
Yeah, okay. This is a good answer. So browsers can read multiple different kind of documents. So you can pass just a PDF document, you can pass CSS document, or you can pass some uh, different types of document. So when you say doc type, it will understand, okay, we are talking about HTML, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Difference between block and inline level element.
All right. So each will have a lot of elements. We can divide them to two different
Hmm.
types. It's blocked and inline. So when we want to build our page, we will have a lot of different elements,
Hmm.
and each element actually contains some space in our page in
Hmm.
website. So if our element will be blocked, he can
Not blocked, block level, right?
block what? Sorry.
Block level.
The question was what difference between block and inline
Yeah,
elements?
yeah.
So
So
yeah,
it's not blocked, it's just block level.
yeah, okay. If it's block level,
Hmm.
he will I'm give me a second.
In
Yeah,
English.
yeah, I know. He will take all space in his row. Even the other part will be empty. He
Hmm.
will not let two other elements to be there in his row. If
Hmm.
it's a line element,
Hmm.
he doesn't mind to to join
They are
to
friends, right?
row. Yeah, he's very
If it's
friendly.
block element, they are enemies.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
cannot be in the same line.
Okay. The idea is correct.
Mm.
So it's true. You just have to read the definition and then remember those words, okay?
Okay.
So the way you're explaining is fine, but you could just say it within one sentence. Like, okay, block level, it takes the whole space, the whole line.
Mhm.
Inline element can have different elements next
Yes.
to it.
All right.
Okay?
Yeah, I see.
And then if they ask, or if I ask, what are the examples? You have to give some examples. Do you have example for inline, for block?
For block, this is usual every each div. If I will let's let's imagine this paragraph tag. If I have
Mm,
a text in paragraph, is I will have only one word. Whole line will be empty.
mm,
Line, yeah,
yeah.
because it's block element.
Is
If
it
it's
block or inline?
it's locked, paragraph
Block.
is
Okay. Okay. I'm just confirming. Okay.
yeah. We have a like image text, img tag, hidden line.
Mm-hmm.
If I will put a lot of different img, if their width uh should let us to put the other images in the same line, we will see all of them in one line.
Mm-hmm. Great. Great. Let's move on. Give me examples of semantic elements, like 3 examples.
Three examples of semantics. So the main, I can say the main three semantic
Mm-hmm.
elements, it's a header, main, and footer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
we use semantic to make it our code more readable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
What about self-closing elements?
So each we have a two type of elements, self-closing. Okay, I'll just tell you about self-closing. The self-closing element, he doesn't contain any content.
Mm-hmm.
This is the main part of self-closing.
Okay. Yeah.
But he also can has attributes like img, for example. He
Mm-hmm.
can accept src attribute, but he
Yep.
doesn't contain any content. So it's
Mm-hmm.
self-closing. We have a not really a lot of
Mm-hmm.
self-closing, but yeah.
Okay. Besides image, any other examples?
We have a like br tag. He's
Mm-hmm.
helping us to move our next elements to the next line. It's
Mm-hmm.
br.
What does BR means?
Mm, I I cannot explain you what does it mean, to be
It
honest.
means break line, so it will just
Just
move the text or content to the next line.
br.
Break line. It's
I
like a
see.
break. Uh, Good. Uh, let's talk about accessibility.
Accessibility of what? Can you please describe your question a little bit?
What are the different types of accessibility uh, options in HTML? How do
Mm.
we make our web page more accessible? So when we say accessibility, it's for people who are blind, who cannot hear, who
Oh,
cannot read.
oh, sure.
So how do we make it more accessible for impaired people?
Yeah, to be honest, I never think about this part. Yeah, when you told me, it's really important to me.
Yeah.
I think I need to really think about it. I don't
Mhm.
have a prepared answer for this question.
Okay, no worries. Okay.
So you mean I need to make my page accessibility for all, like, yeah, for blind or for the people who can really hear?
Yeah,
Uh,
hear, read. Uh,
is it about to create my page with some of options, or this page should be already be accessible for all of them? I
for all
mean,
of them, yeah. So
okay,
you
at the
build
same
a regular
time.
web page, but at the
Mhm.
same time, it should be accessible for people with impairments. So
I
let's say you have a web page, and then you have an image, you have a text,
if I
and if I cannot read the text, how
I
do I
would
know
make it
what's
so
Mm,
for I would make my text all text I can option make it option give some option to increase font size of my text for people. All right,
what if I'm blind?
I
It
see.
doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
I see it in your
It's
face.
small or big, I cannot read it.
So I can just put some radio input. When I click, he can read all my text, convert to sound.
I can see it.
Oh yeah, it's really interesting question. Really, I never think about it. Uh if you
Okay.
don't see it,
So it's a whole topic, okay? Try to watch some videos, how to make your application more accessible. So basically, to make a web page more accessible, we have semantic elements.
Mhm.
So it's not only for people like blind people, it's also for people like developers or people who don't know how to code. They can read your HTML code or file. So if you say this is header, body, and paragraph, and then aside, section, okay, uh, non-technical people can also read it and understand it. But if it was only div, only developers would understand it. Okay.
I understand your question in different way.
It
You
it
said,
was also okay. It was also correct. So
okay, I
for
see.
the alternative text, we have a what is it, attribute as alt, right? For images, for
Mm-hmm.
videos, we can add those. So let's say um, I am reading and you put some images and I can't see the image, or I am a color blind. So let's say you have an image of the nature like green, yellow, red colors, but I don't see the difference. I see only white and black.
Mm-hmm.
So under the image, you will have an alternative text, and then it will say, this is a nature showing a green, yellow, and red colors, or
Oh,
something like this. Okay.
yeah,
You can add for titles, for paragraphs, and others. Okay.
yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Uh, how do you validate HTML form?
What you mean by validate?
You have to make sure that, let's say you have a page,
Mm-hmm.
and then some of the options are not available, some of them are available. So you have a buttons, you have a input fields like password. So how do you make sure you have the validation part? How do you validate those? Let's say you have a login page that is a
Uh-huh.
username where you put your username and then
Yeah.
the password.
Validate, you mean it's like I don't know this word. You mean like to describe what kind of input it should be? Like we have a,
Yeah,
is it about types of inputs?
not type. It's
Oh,
about
validate. I can, so I can create if I
so
have,
I'm giving you example, right? Username and password. So
so,
how do you make sure that people know what to put?
oh,
Let's
okay,
say
I see.
you have a login and password.
Yeah.
So if I don't know, if you don't put any validation, I will try to put my username like 100 letters.
Oh, okay. So usually if I need to create kind of the form for login,
Hmm.
so I will create inside of my form, I will create input for each, I will create inputs for the email if I wanna make it my input only for email. If I
Hmm.
wanna make it access on email, I'll put type of inputs. I have a lot of types of for input,
Hmm.
email or password, and at the same time I need to add the label for each of them
Hmm.
to help people. They will know what do I expect, what kind of info I expect.
Yeah. So it's you validating it.
Mhm.
So when you say I am expecting this information, you are validating that people don't put extra or they don't put too short password. So let's say
Oh.
you are trying to get the customer's phone number and you
Mhm.
have a field for phone number. So if I put 123, would it be correct?
No, I need to make it make some template uh
Mhm.
for numbers or password or email. I
You
mean,
will use form validation.
yeah, I
So
just
in that case, I will put, okay, 123. It will say incorrect phone number.
it's
And then, okay, it's incorrect. I have to put the real phone number. And then I will put my phone number and it will say, okay, it's correct. For the password, same.
yes.
Let's say your password is I mean, 8 letters, and I
Mm-hmm.
put 7. It should say minimum 8 letters.
Yes.
Okay, this is something you have to learn, okay? Um,
That question was how to implement it. That's the requirement, or
no,
just
what are
what
the
is the
different
validation?
options? What are the
Mhm.
different options to validate?
Okay.
There is, you have to know at least 5 or 6, to answer this question. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, do you know what is session storage and local storage?
All right. Um, I never used the local storage when I worked only with HTML and CSS. I started to use local storage when I used JavaScript with them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you
So
used it.
in my experience, I use local storage to keep my information. I don't wanna, uh, so usually when I refresh my page, all my like data, what I had there, they are gonna refresh.
Mm-hmm.
I use local storage to save them. So it doesn't matter how many times I refresh, they will be there for all time. It's a
Mm-hmm.
local storage to keep my data there.
Mm-hmm.
And well, what did you ask about the second part? What was the
Session storage.
session?
Yeah.
Session storage is it's like the opposite. He doesn't keep my data like
Mm-hmm.
a local storage. He will refresh. He will like re it's really hard to recall what word I need to explain this part. Yeah, he will just refresh, just refresh.
Okay. Okay, you kind of know the difference. You just have to prepare the answer. So
Yeah,
I'm sure you will know next time. What is WebSocket?
I can't recall it really.
Okay,
Maybe I'm
no
not.
worries.
Maybe I used it before. I
Okay.
heard about this.
Uh-huh. What is iframe?
iFrame.
Mm-hmm.
Is it related to the website only? I mean,
Mm-hmm. Everything here is related to
no.
website.
I mean, some of them like inside my inside web browser. I mean, tools
Yeah,
inside
yeah.
the browser. I mean,
Yeah, actually it's about websites.
um, I can't recall. I never used. I think, if I'm not mistaken, if maybe I
There will be a lot of things you won't use.
yeah. I mean, I think, I think that I used, but I just never heard about this thing. Like
Okay.
but I didn't know how it calls and like this.
Okay. No worries. Uh, Give me three examples of forms.
But you said forms.
Types of
What
forms.
do you mean type of forms, type of inputs? Because
Mm-hmm.
okay, first is just text
Okay.
or email, or okay, let's make it different. Well, if I will put type text, email, password, they will look similar. But if
Mm-hmm.
I will put like radio, I will have like circle. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
They will look different, or checkbox, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of different types.
Okay. Good. Um, what is box model?
So box model, each our element, yeah, we know element is set of our tag and content, it's element. So each element has a box. Can you please repeat box?
Box model.
Yeah, box model. So we can imagine our image as a box. So we will have this. If you don't mind, I will just try to show you like visual.
Yeah, yeah.
It's this. It's our block as our element.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a border.
Okay.
Inside this border, we have a padding part.
Mm-hmm.
And outside this line, we have a margin.
Mm-hmm.
They are, we need them to put some distance between other elements.
Mm-hmm.
Margin, he is gonna uh, push the elements outside of this line. Padding, he is gonna push the content inside element
Mm-hmm.
more inner from
Okay.
the lines.
What is margin?
As I said, margin is invisible uh, wall. We can make our margin, I mean, wall more more fat. I don't know how to tell it.
Yeah.
Bigger, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he will push other elements from him, like
Mm.
yeah.
Okay. So what's in the middle?
In the middle, it's just the block.
Just the block?
It's our element, our content.
Content. Okay, so you can start from margin or you can start from the content. So when I ask what is box model, you say, so we have an element have a border, which is margin, right? Margin, border, padding, and then content. Or you can say it's content, padding, border, and then margin. So follow the order and it will make sense.
Like content padding margin, you said?
Content, um, padding, border, and margin.
I will have a border also, yeah.
Yeah.
Content, margin, border, padding.
Okay.
I think I got
Okay. I'm gonna
much.
ask from the group to ask a question.
Wow. It's
Let's ask a question from Victor.
yeah, we have a good relationship, guys. Please don't crush me.
Okay, let's ask difficult questions.
Yeah, Zarina, we practice it. Do you remember the first question or second?
You remember first and second question only?
We prepared together before the class. We asked a couple of questions.
Okay. Who wants to ask question? Come on.
If you don't,
What are the
yeah,
I'm sorry. What
Go
are
ahead.
the HTML entities?
oh my gosh, I read it about it almost an hour ago, and
Mm-hmm.
it was the different like difficult word entities, and I skipped this. I skipped this question as I
Okay.
didn't know what is this.
Okay.
I need to learn it.
Mm,
I
what are the how to optimize the assets loading?
what do you mean?
I mean, you have assets like images and like
Huh?
videos somewhere on a web server, so how to optimize to load it from your server when your web page loads.
Only by using HTML, you mean?
No, I mean in general, some strategies to optimize loading of your images and so on, like music and audio.
Oh, it's really interesting. So I can do it only with HTML, right? Without any JavaScript code. Is it
No, it's just the strategies, like in general.
strategies? I think I need to put uh I I say now that our code is gonna be ready from top to bottom, and I don't wanna block my code. That's why I will try to put like the video or music which will have much bigger data. I mean, uh, to lower as is possible. This is this strategy I would use, but also uh, our page will look how we will write our code. I don't want to like put all my video in the footer, but I will try to put it my video like in the bottom of that section where I want to see my video.
Okay.
Yeah, I never yeah thought about this strategy, how to do that. That's what came in my mind right now.
Mm-hmm.
I would be grateful if you will tell me in a couple words.
Um,
Does it work?
you can do file compression load like more smaller images, or you can use CDN. Like it's I don't really know about that, but it's like servers around the world. They are like more close to your location. And the third one was what was
It's
that? File compression and lazy loading. Yes.
it's a little bit tricky question for me. I thought it's only I can do it in only with my HTML code, but yeah, I can use in other tools to convert my image or other things, make
Mm-hmm.
their size smaller.
Okay. Uh, Good questions. You have to kind of know them.
Mhm.
Um, so we are done with this part.
Thank you.
Um, oh, no, not with you.
I know. I got much more questions than Serena.
Okay. What
It
do you
was
know
around.
about media queries?
Is it sorry what? Can you please?
Media queries.
Is Merry Cruise is it related to Some
website.
video or what?
CSS, CSS.
It's CSS questions.
Yeah.
Okay, because my mind was focused on HTML. Can you say it again, please? Your question.
Media queries. What is it?
Oh, I think I know it's to make my page more responsive, right? This is correct word.
Yep.
When
Yep.
I'm gonna change the size, when I'm gonna make my website not only for computers, for other devices. So um I can put the exact size number, like when size of this page will be on this part, on this place, I can somehow change the how my page appears. Like I can move some blocks, some elements.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's more not automatically, to be honest. I need to write like exact number of size.
Okay. Another question related to responsiveness. What is mobile first design?
Mobile first design?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is it like German or okay.
It's a design.
Mobile first design? Is it about like strategy again?
Yeah.
Like okay, let me think. Okay, for mobile web applications, I need to make my font size bigger. I need to put. I need to.
For a phone,
You said mobile, right?
not only mobile.
My mind goes to mobile. It's fun for how it look in phones. Can you please describe the question or give me some?
What is mobile first design?
I don't know what is more. I have
Okay.
heard for the first time.
Okay. I don't want to
I,
give you an answer yet, but uh, what are the different display properties?
so yeah, we can give to our elements style. So CSS style is one of the main properties display.
Mm-hmm.
We, as I said, we our elements by default they can be inline or blocks level.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We can even change it by giving them the display properties. If I will give display flags, my block element will become the inline,
Mm-hmm.
and I can do it like the opposite. If it's inline, I can give display block, and he will become the block. Like it's very
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
What about inline block?
You mean to convert line to block or what?
There is a display inline block.
Yeah, yeah. I never used it before, like
Okay.
together.
Uh-huh.
Okay, how it works? Let me think. If it's inline, they will accept other elements. It's okay. Yeah, it's a little bit conflict in my mind because inline is one thing, block is different, and how can they work together? Mm,
What about none? Display none.
he will just disappear.
Mm-hmm.
It's not only about he will be, but invisible, not he will really disappear from that place.
Okay. Um, what is the index?
So each we can give to each element z index. They will give to that element advantage. If
Mm-hmm.
z number will be higher than other z number, the other element who also has z number, if his number more, he will be above him, like in our web page. If I have two circles, one of them red and the second green, if my green circle has higher z index, he will be
Mm-hmm.
above him, like, and that one he will be behind the red one.
Okay. Okay, you know it. So now I want to ask harder questions.
Yeah, let's try.
Okay, what's wrong with this code?
You sent it me, right?
Yeah, in the chat.
So I have a div which contains the paragraph In the paragraph,
Mm-hmm.
I have a text, 3 words. The second closing, the closing div tag, he doesn't have a slash. He should have slash before div.
Mm-hmm. So closing tag is incorrect, right?
Yeah, he missed that.
Mm-hmm. Now I want to ask, what's the purpose of div element?
Purpose, I mean, like, why do we use div?
Yeah, why we need it?
So div is really, really important to
Okay.
group our elements. Because
Mm-hmm.
my web page will have more than 100 different elements. So it's also about the semantic to make my
Okay.
code visible. I wanna group all my elements which should be in header in one div
Mm-hmm.
and other big sections in one div. That will make my code more readable and understandable.
Okay. What's the short answer?
It's to group my elements.
Mm-hmm. So everyone remember it, okay? This is the exact answer to group the elements. Okay? So it's the like keyword that you want to use. And if it's not enough, then you have to give more examples. Um, okay, good. Mm, I'm looking for difficult questions.
Yeah, I see. I hope you will
So,
have other questions for other guys. Don't spend all your questions for me.
mm, these are more JavaScript questions, so I just want to ask something else. Okay, if you can explain this code to me.
Like what mistake here or what?
No,
Okay.
there's no mistake, but uh,
Okay, I
you have
have
to explain specificity rule.
all right.
Specificity.
Okay, to I
It's a difficult word like entity.
difficult word. What do you mean?
I'm just
Okay.
joking.
Yeah. So we have three ways to give the style for our elements. We can define where for what element I wanna put add some style. It's just by defining what type of tag. It's first
Mm-hmm.
example. Just I will with the first example, I will make all my paragraph blue, not only one. It will make all my paragraph. The second is by dot container. It
Mm-hmm.
is class if I gave to some div or some cover parent
Mm-hmm.
its class name. And also it's not all. I have the paragraph after container. That means I will give the color red for all paragraph which is inside that container class.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one is special. It's he's gonna find the special by ID. If I gave some ID again to some Z for other cover,
Okay.
he will give
So
color green for this. I don't I can give ID for paragraph or for div. In this example, let's imagine I gave this ID for paragraph again. I will make only one paragraph with this ID green. Because
so you didn't listen to the end of the question.
oh
You
really?
started explaining before I asked the question. So these are there is only one element, paragraph,
Mm-hmm.
and all three different stylings apply to one paragraph.
Oh,
Which one will take place first? Which style will be applied?
ID. ID always comes first.
Which one?
ID with ID, the special. I mean, I have all of them for the same paragraph, right?
Yeah, same paragraph, just one element. I'm trying three different
ID
styles.
special, ID special.
It's not ID, it's just special, right?
Oh no, yeah,
Hmm.
special.
Why?
because it's more mm, to- yeah, it's more exactly he's showing the exactly element
Okay.
ID.
So
Exact
I
one.
asked at the beginning, specificity rule is about this. So if you
Yeah,
can explain, that will be the last question.
I said
If not, I will ask 10 more questions.
no. What the question was just which one is gonna
Apply and
propose
why?
the special because it's ID. ID
Okay,
with
why?
ID is the let me just think Russian and I will translate, please.
Okay.
ID is choosing the exact element, exact
Mhm.
one. We cannot give the same ID to different yeah, yeah, to different elements, I think. But maybe I saw it before. If it's possible, it's not really good to give same ID. I see that it's not good answer in your face.
Yeah, maybe I'll ask more 8 questions.
So what is good answer for this question? It's really interesting. So this special, right? For the first special rule.
Mhm.
But why you said what? So what it's interesting. Why?
Yeah, like I am interviewing you, right?
Yeah, it's that was my answer.
I'm
Because
giving you a really good hint, like specificity rule. You just have to read the messages you are receiving in the chat.
I have yes paragraph. Maybe I just don't understand your question. I just don't want to look really stupid. Maybe I just didn't understand your question really good.
So there is paragraph, and then let's say I applied P color blue, right? Paragraph color blue. And then later on I change it container P and color red.
Mm-hmm.
And my style is gone. There is no styling right now. And then I added special color green. Now it's green. Why red is not working? Why blue is not working? But green is there.
I don't think in your example
Mm-hmm.
we have only one container div.
Yeah.
This class. Okay, I thought you said the blue is gone because maybe I had a different paragraphs. They are not gonna gone. Yeah, because
Basically, it's not applied.
yeah, it's about преимущества advantage. It's about advantages.
Okay.
Uh, in our when in CSS there are advantages by choosing which property I'm gonna give to some element and
Apply styling, right? Which
yeah,
element I apply styling? Yeah.
yeah, and he will see what I'm gonna use just tag class name or ID and
Mm-hmm.
ID is on the top.
But there is no ID.
It's not ID.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm confusing. It's not ID. We have a class name or just
Hash.
class. Hash is ID actually when I used.
ID is first, but special comes before ID. That's why special is applied. Okay,
Oh,
enough, right?
okay.
So
Yeah.
so
I
specificity rule, it looks up to the styling methods, which one you're applying, right? So if you use IDs or if you are applying styling inline the element in the HTML file, you can say style and then it will get that one first. But in the CSS file, you have paragraph and you have a class name, maybe you have a tag name. It will be conflicted, right? There will be a conflict of styling. So, and let's say you have paragraph and another paragraph, but they are not applied. You can say special, but it's the not a good practice. But here in this example, special takes the first place because
Mhm.
it stands higher than the other elements. Special is always has the higher advantage.
It's special. You said it's not ID, right? The special.
It's a special, it's just like separate. It's not ID. So first comes like special, and then ID.
No, okay.
Okay, so it's a bit different. Okay, I think that's enough for HTML CSS, right?
Uh,
Uh,
I think so. If it's everything, if it's all, thank you very much for your
yeah.
interview. Thank you for
So
having me.
these are, by the way, uh, easy questions. So we will try to prepare next week and go through some questions. So next time when we do interview, still prepare for CSS and HTML. I will ask maybe 3 or 4 questions, and you have to know those. Okay. Thank you, Victor.
Thank you very much, Kushtar.
You're welcome. Next.
I can go next, maybe.
Okay, please your camera.
Yep.
All right. How are you doing today?
I got cold and my voice can be really bad, and I'm sorry for that. But
Okay.
it became more better. Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys want to take a break?
Yeah, it would be great.
Yes, we
Okay.
can take break.
Okay. Let's take
um,
a mm,
5.
yeah, 5 minute break. Yeah. Okay, Sultan. Can you introduce yourself, please?
I didn't re okay. Uh, I didn't work at that part. I was more focused on a technical issue.
Yeah.
How can we actually like introduce?
Okay.
Like my name is it doesn't work maybe.
Yeah, I know your name, right? So you start
Yeah.
from your career-wise, like when did you
Mm.
start, where you studied,
I'm a
all that stuff.
software developer from
Mm-hmm.
2021, and um, uh,
Mm-hmm.
I worked as a front-end developer at Samsara, and I have 2 years of experience with front-end development, and uh, what can I say else? Hmm. Um, I'm highly motivated and hardworking person.
Awesome.
Okay.
So let's fix it right away, okay?
Yep.
You don't say like from 2018 or 19.
Yeah.
You say I have 3 years of experience.
Okay.
Okay? You don't say like I started in January, but I didn't study on
Yeah.
February. You just say I
Okay.
have overall 3 years of experience. Okay? Besides that, you can say in what kind of companies you worked, what kind of projects you've done. So it will give some context to me, like, oh, okay, this person done this. Okay, they know this. So if you say I worked on financial application, I'll like, okay, this
Mm-hmm.
person understands financial terminologies, and I will ask right away instead of saying, do you know this? Do you know that? Okay, so we will work on it. This is just first interview, so it's fine. Okay, why do you like web development?
I like um it shows you result right away after
Mm-hmm.
um after doing some okay after doing some code, it shows you result right away because and it just makes your job more interactive and more enjoyable. Yes.
Okay, so you like it.
Yep.
What's your favorite website?
My favorite website would be mm, uh, let's say Netflix, uh, because I most of the time I visit their website page and it runs really fast, and everything is well maintained, and user-friendly,
Mhm.
and I didn't encounter never the issues with this website, and it very popular, and it used by millions of the users,
Okay,
and
good.
yes.
Okay, great. Um, do you think HTML is used there in the Netflix website?
Yes, it is, because otherwise the browser would not understand anything besides the HTML page.
Mhm.
Yes,
Okay,
like
great. Let's dive in, okay?
mhm.
What are the tags and attributes in HTML?
The tags are the components of the HTML document, and the
Mhm.
attributes is the definition and the properties of these tags. Like, let's say, source for the image, or the font size, no, um, style attribute for
Mhm.
the, yes, that's it.
Okay, good. What's the like? Give me one example, and can you define like what's the tag, what's the attribute?
Um, you want the example?
Yeah, like give me one
Um,
example, and then explain what is tag, what is the attribute. Yeah.
let's say image tag, and
Mm-hmm.
it's self-closing tag. It doesn't have enclosing,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't contain the content. That's why. And the
Mm-hmm.
second it has the source attribute with the source to the image. It can be external or internal on your project.
Mm-hmm.
And the alternative, it's for the people who are blind. They can so they can know what's the on the image. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You can also apply the styles
Yeah.
through this attribute, the
Mm-hmm.
style attribute that accepts the object with the
Mm-hmm.
styles. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And there is so many others.
Okay, great. What is void element in HTML?
Void element is a self-closing tags. They
Mm-hmm.
don't return anything, and they just with one tag.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Yeah. Um, can you give me examples besides image?
Break,
Mm-hmm.
break, no, not li. Self-closing tag. It can be link,
Mm-hmm.
uh, um, uh, image tag.
Okay, we'll move on.
Okay, yeah.
Um, what are the different types of lists?
Lists. Different types of the list are ordered list and unordered list. Unordered list everything will be ordered
Mhm.
in alphabetical
Mhm.
order, but it can be in a numerical too.
Yeah,
Um, and unordered list is just a list with unordered elements.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Mm.
Mhm.
Um, what's the difference between ID attribute and a class attribute?
No. ID attribute is the unique name to the element that
Uh-huh.
that can have only this element,
Yeah,
and the class attribute, it's a class selector that can be used to the multiple groups of the elements.
great. Yeah, that's correct. Um, can you describe the layout structure of a
Um,
HTML file? Like anything you want, like how,
um,
what's the like orders, which one comes first?
on the top, it would be the doc type.
Mm-hmm.
So the browser is gonna know what version of HTML we are using. And the second is gonna be the header, which will contain the metadata.
Mm-hmm.
The data will be not displayed, but it's for the um, for example, the links to link the other documents to this HTML page,
Mm-hmm.
and then we will have the body, body will contain all the content of the web page, like what will be displayed, and that mainly this is all. But in body we can structure it like we can have for example header. Oh no, not header. Nav bar and maybe main section, main I mean, and the footer. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. How you can format tags in HTML? What are the different
Format tags.
formatting tags?
I can give them the style if that's what you are asking. And what was the question again? Can you explain it a little bit more?
So we have let's say we don't have stylings, but we want to still apply some formatting. Like you want to change the format of the HTML.
Oh, we can give them no style, and that's all.
There is no
And
style. Without styling, without CSS.
Through the attributes only, maybe.
No, there is elements.
Yeah.
That can be used with text and with other things as well.
I don't know, maybe you answer.
You know it. I'm just trying to give you. I'm trying to not to give you a hint. So you know bold, italic, right?
Oh,
I'm talking
yes.
about those.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, we will move on. What is charset?
Charset UTF-8. It's just the encoding type of the document. Yeah, so the browser will encode this document.
Can we change that UTF-8 to different numbers?
Yes.
What
There
happens
is
in that case?
it will be encoded in a different way, and yes, that's all.
So, why it's 8?
UTF-8. I know the only thing I know that's this encoding type is mainly used and most popular, but that's it.
Okay, no worries. Mhm. Okay, what's the difference between strong and B, bold, and M, tags?
I read that question, and between strong and bold, there is no big difference. They're pretty much the same, but there is more ink on a bold one, and is italic, and then I don't know about that.
Okay. Let me ask this. What are the different forms of validation?
Form of
Types.
validations, we can set the require attribute if so the input element will be not empty, and then we can set the type of the input, like the number or the email, and we can set the length of the input, maximum and minimum. And also, I think with the regex, we can do something like, no. That's all I have in mind.
Okay. What is canvas? HTML canvas.
Canvas, as I know, it's used for displaying some images and then some vector data, like icons maybe, and maybe the paintings, these things.
What about SVG?
SVG is a vector image, and it's more efficient in
Mm,
some ways. Like for example, for the logo, for the me
mm,
like small things, images, and okay, yes, that's
okay,
all I remember from the question.
okay, that's good enough. What is cookie and where you use it?
Cookies are the special type of storage.
Mm-hmm,
Like yes, you can set some cookies in your browser and set the expiration date for this cookie. It can be used in a authorization part and for part of the mm, some data that some some user explicit data
mm-hmm,
and specific data and used for some sensitive data also. So the cookies will be destroyed after the user logout. Yeah.
mm-hmm. There is a question. I
Mhm.
was asked this question, okay? So, let's say I visited, I don't know, Apple's website, right? I look
Mhm.
for iPhone, and then I closed the tab and I open Facebook, and I'm scrolling,
Mhm.
and then I see iPhone's advertisement everywhere.
Mhm.
Why and how it happens?
Maybe they said some share the cookies, but the cookies exist in
Mm-hmm.
only in your window, as
Mm-hmm.
I remember.
Yeah.
And if you close that window, they're gonna drop all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And because maybe they, hmm, hmm, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's a good topic, okay?
Yeah,
Try to read about it. Um, what is meant by servers and events? Do you know?
server sent events.
Mm-hmm.
Um, hmm, server sent events.
Okay, another question. WebSocket.
WebSockets are it's special connection between two clients that
Mm-hmm.
they can lifetime share the data between each other.
Mm-hmm. Where it's used.
It's used on online chats, maybe video Zoom
Mm-hmm.
streams, and live stream data share, like YouTube channels, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Okay. It's used in the messengers. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so that will be the perfect answer. The example. What
Mhm.
is web workers?
Web workers.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard about that.
Okay.
Web workers.
Mm. What is iframe?
Ice frame, it's a special tag that with this tag you can show the web page inside the web page.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever used it?
Oh yes, I used it for the preview. Like the user can preview the web page that you built on
Mm-hmm.
your um, uh, portfolio projects.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. What is no script?
No idea.
Okay. Um, Can you explain what's required, disabled, and read-only forms?
Required forms are the forms that the website the data has to be collected, and then disabled input. It's not working maybe.
Do
And
you use it only
what
when it's not working, disabled?
maybe we can disable them if we choose one and then go. No, I mean if we go with another one option and the other option will be disabled.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
And
the right answer.
then and the last one, what was that?
Read-only.
Oh, read only. Um, so it maybe it for the read only purpose. Hmm. So you cannot adjust it.
Right. Can be only viewed, right?
Yes.
Cannot be changed.
Mhm.
What does this code? Let me say div speed
Um,
in
div
this.
plus p.
Mhm.
Uh, hmm. No clue.
Okay.
I know it's like some type of this that you specify the style for some
Mhm.
elements, like
Yeah.
yeah, but don't really remember.
No worries. It's in the document. You can read about it.
Okay.
Mm, box model. Can you give me the exact order?
Oh, it starts from the margin and then margin, border, and then padding and the content.
Mhm. What is border
Mhm.
box?
Border box. Um, border box. Hmm. Mm, no.
Okay. Specificity rule.
Oh, specificity rule. So the most specific type will be applied for last, and least specific type will be applied first. It's like works as a stack maybe. Yeah.
So what are the orders?
Orders gonna be
Which one comes first?
the the element
Mhm.
like tag, and the second one is gonna be the class, and the third one is gonna be the ID.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So first one was what?
First one was tag, like the, for
Mhm.
example, element. Yeah.
Okay, what's second?
Class
And last
or
one?
ID.
Okay, you mix it up.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So it's inline styling. It always gets applied first. So let's say you have a CSS file and you have styling there, but you additionally applied styling within the element, HTML element, that styling will be applied first. So it will have a higher precedence.
Oh,
So
I got it.
if you and then you let's say you have ID or class in the CSS file
Mm-hmm.
and you remove the styling from the inline styling, then
Mm-hmm.
IDs will be first and then the class.
Oh, I got it.
And then the most important, which will override everything, will be important.
Mm-hmm.
There is also this kind of specificity. Can you explain what's the difference between absolute and relative positioning?
Relative positioning. Um, the the block is gonna be the elements inside is no the element is gonna be relative. No, the elements inside is gonna be relative to the block outside it, which we give the relative block relative property, and the absolute is gonna be it's gonna be positioned absolute relative parent element. Yeah, if there is
Absolute.
no yeah, if there is
Absolute
no
relative
parent,
parent. Which one?
I, I, I don't know how to explain that. Yeah, I think I can work on it better. The definition, give the better
Okay.
definition.
All right, all right. Mm-hmm. What's query selector?
Query selector, um, the media. If you're talking about the media query, that's to
I'm
make our
talking
website
overall. I'm in general
overall.
asking what's query selector.
Mm, I have no clue. I don't know.
Um, you know JavaScript, right?
Yes, yes, I
Mm.
am.
Um, what is href attribute in the
href attribute.
Mhm.
It's reference to another page. Yes.
Mhm. What kind of page?
Um, um, what kind of page? To another page. You give it a source and it links this reference, like a tag with this reference. Okay. I think I should take a look at that question.
No, it's okay.
Hmm.
Mm. Okay. Looking for difficult questions.
Oh, do you hear me better now? I
Yeah.
think it's switched the microphones.
Do you know what's event bubbling? Okay, it's JavaScript. Maybe
Okay.
event bubbling.
Event bubbling. No. Event bubbling. Hmm.
Okay, no worries. That's JavaScript question. Mhm. Okay, I'm gonna ask from the audience. Let's ask question from the group.
Oh.
I saw there is a new name, Amantur.
Hello.
Right? Can you ask a question from Nursultan?
It doesn't matter, yeah, HTML, CSS.
Yeah, only HTML, CSS.
Okay. And what are the ways of using CSS in your HTML code?
There is three ways to link your HTML document to the CSS document to your HTML, and it can be, I know there is three ways to apply it. It can be inline. You style each tag by itself, like is a style attribute, and the second one is gonna be with the style tags in HTML document itself, and the third one is gonna be external when you link the separate document to your HTML page document. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
What are empty elements?
Empty elements. No idea.
Mhm. Do you know what is CSS preprocessors?
CSS preprocessors. No.
What about pseudo class or
Oh,
pseudo
pseudo
element?
class.
Mm-hmm.
Pseudo class, it's like a class that defines some. It defines when the element is now in some state, like for example hover or the hover or focus. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Is it good answer?
What about
Uh,
then pseudo element?
Pseudo elements are okay. Cannot answer.
Okay. Let me ask a couple of last questions and we'll wrap it up. Mhm.
Can I ask one more question?
Yeah.
How to make a website responsive?
um, with the media queries,
Mm-hmm.
and so you define the styles for each device, for the desktop, tablets, and the phones. Can be. This is all that comes to my mind.
Okay. Give me the 3 top advantages of using CSS.
It's more maintainable, and then you can write the styles in one file and then use it in another web page. And the second one, it's more 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 maintainable, and it the CSS style is more like user friendly. I know, developer friendly,
Mm-hmm.
if I can say so. It, it makes it much easier to read. Then, yeah.
Okay, last question. What is float? What is flex? And grid?
Grid, it's the way you display the content. The
Mm-hmm.
grid will apply um, the structure of table and the flex, yes?
Yeah.
Or there was no flex. And the
Flex,
flex
yeah.
will display all the components in one row by default. It will like wrap, or you can say that. I shouldn't use the gestures, right?
No, you can use it. It's better if you use them.
Yep. And then about the float, I don't know.
You never used it.
Float? No. Float.
It's
Never
easy
seen it.
question actually. Float.
It's a default one?
Mm-mm.
No.
No.
Okay. Maybe I can take a hint from the audience.
Um, Floating element. It's called like floating element.
Yes, but
It's used with
I
HTML only.
don't know. Floating elements.
Do you know what's the meaning of float?
The only thing I know, it's like a decimal with numbers, and that's
Okay,
all.
that's different.
Yes, it's totally different.
Okay, I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell some questions that I missed, or maybe it was pseudo classes
Yeah,
and
pseudo
pseudo
elements.
elements, float,
Mhm.
grid flags, and then was
Empty
okay,
elements.
empty elements.
Yeah.
Mhm. I don't remember which one you didn't answer.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's fine. I
responsible.
will maybe rewatch the video. Yeah, kind
Mm.
of better.
Okay.
Thank you, by the way.
Yeah, thank you. Let's take a break. Yeah, maybe 5, 7 minutes, and we'll continue from there.
Okay.
And now,
Yeah.
okay. Zarina, can you introduce yourself?
Yes, sure. I have 3 years of experience as a front-end developer. Actually, I started my career as a project manager, and then I got interested in coding
Mhm.
and creating some cool stuff, interesting cool stuff. And then my first job was in startup. It was which is called Alakir. It was online grocery shop.
Mhm.
So it's kind of prototype of Getir that also popular in Europe and Turkey.
Mhm.
So yeah, and I was part of the team, and we built web application from the scratch. And also I put also put my uh, I also so I worked on UI part of this application and implemented TypeScript and worked on performance of the application. And currently
Mhm.
I'm working at Samsara,
Mhm.
which is based in, I think, California. But
Yep.
I'm working on offshore team.
Mhm.
Uh, it's also based in US, but Chicago.
Mhm.
So Samsara is a software company which gives fleet management solutions for another big companies.
Mhm.
And I worked also on the front end part. I tried. I am implementing some analytics, optimizing the web application, and also working on new features.
Okay.
Uh, so as for my tech stack, I use React, TypeScript, JavaScript for APIs, GraphQL, REST API,
Mm-hmm.
For styling some material UI, I Taiwan, Taiwan,
Mm-hmm.
Taiwan. So yeah, and
Okay.
another and another libraries that related to front-end part.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Um, what was your favorite part uh,
Please,
building at work, like in your work?
what do you mean by building? What part? You
Like
mean
you were working on a project, right? And which part was fun for you? What did you
uh,
like?
I can say that implementing some styling.
Mm,
Uh,
okay.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that that's a good answer. Mm, okay, let's start with questions. What is meant by RGB stream, or what's RGB?
RGB. I don't have any idea, but it can be related to colors. So
Colors, yeah.
each each image or each what we can see so in our web browser or anywhere on our laptop,
Mhm.
it consists of three colors:
Yeah,
red, green, and blue, I
blue.
think.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
And
that's the answer.
yeah,
And it can go from 0 to 256.
256.
Yeah,
Oh, six? Correct.
256. Yep.
Oh,
That can be different numbers, but this is for RGB.
mhm.
Okay. Okay. This. What is the difference between class and ID?
So we can use in our HTML code uh, more than one classes.
Mm-hmm.
So the same class. As for ID, it should be unique one. So for each element, only one ID.
ID, yeah, for unique elements, right?
Unique one, yeah.
Mm. Okay. Could you define what is the index?
Index,
The index.
that index.
Yep.
Oh, mm, that index. We can use this styling when we want, for example, we have different blocks of elements. For
Mm-hmm.
example, three different divs, and we want to exact one to stay in in front of the another ones. So we will put all of them. Uh, so when we want to see exact one block or element in front another elements, we will put that index, but it should be bigger than other elements.
Mm-hmm.
So value should be bigger than other elements.
So
For
in
example,
other words, we specifying which element should overlap.
yeah.
So this is the word you are looking for. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, okay. What is CSS sprites?
Right.
Yep.
Uh, I think it was related to icons. So
Mm-hmm.
when we want to use lots of different icons, we will
Mm-hmm.
put we will all download them, and then each of them will have own size. Yeah, for example, megabytes,
Mm-hmm.
megabytes, or something like
Mm-hmm.
that. So it could
Yeah.
be it could be difficult for web application to load them faster. That's why we will collect them in one sprite and then use them in the different parts.
Yep. Uh, you almost got it. So when we talk about sprites, it has different images. So some like it's not exactly image, but icons is a good example. So we have icons, and some of them are like dynamic, right? So they change. So we have specific file for that, sprites. So when you use it, it will have three different or three, four different versions, and it will download them, and it will change one by one. So it's like gives an impression of it's like it's moving.
Mhm.
Um, okay, question. How can you target H3 and H2 with the same styling?
Use the same styling.
They have a same styling and you want to
Mhm.
target those two.
Mhm. Target, it means get, yeah.
We want to apply styling to H2 and H3.
Oh, okay, okay. We can use the class, so the same class
Mm-hmm.
for two of them, and then apply styling
Okay.
using by the class.
Mm-hmm. Or we can use the tag name itself, right?
Yes, we can use, so we put comma
Mm-hmm. Yep,
and
that's it.
put the styling.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Uh, what are the different media types in CSS are allowed?
Media types.
Mm-hmm.
Is it related to media query?
No,
No, media
like
types.
what kind of media files or media types we can put
Audio,
in?
video,
Mm-hmm. Video, maybe not.
then audio.
Uh-huh.
What can be? Um, MP3.
Okay,
Is it?
I'll give you two more examples. Okay, audio, some
Mhm.
visual media types, and speech types. So it
Oh,
could be some audio. So it's still part of audio,
mhm.
but I see
Specific
here
one,
some.
yeah.
Yeah, there is like how many? Oh, seven examples here in this
Oh,
question.
okay. Mhm.
Um, how can you control image repetition?
Image repetition.
Mm-hmm.
It's repetition. Is it related to background when we put the image as a background? Uh,
Sometimes when the size is wrong, it just repeats, right?
yes.
How do we
Uh,
prevent it?
so when we take a look for background, there is one mm, repeat, I think, but background repeat or
Yeah,
something
so there
like
is
that.
background repeat, but what will
Yes.
be the value?
Well, you would be
Don't
not not
don't
repeat,
repeat.
not repeat.
It's none. The
It's not okay.
background.
Okay.
All right. Um,
Another one, I think we can just put width and height or
uh, if you want to fix the
images.
size, you mean, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but this one is specifically like background repeat.
Ah, okay. Background
So I
repeat.
asked
No.
question a little different, but it's for background repeat none.
Okay.
So by default, you can use it just to prevent, in the
Yeah.
future.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, okay, something related to image again. How do we define image scroll controlling?
So,
Property
so
that's used for image scroll controlling.
I knew about it, but I forgot the exact one. I think it was scrolling. Yeah, scrolling something.
Yes, there is
I'm not
scroll, I
sure.
know, yeah. Okay, no worries. It's just
Scroll
some
or no
random.
scroll?
In this example, background image, you put URL for the image, and background repeat, you say no repeat.
Yeah.
And last one, background attachment fixed. So it will
Oh,
not scroll, it will just stay in one place. But
oh, okay.
it's just a specific question here.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know, it's okay. Okay, can you name some of the font related attributes?
Font related
Mhm.
attributes. Bold,
Okay,
is it italic?
it can be counted, yeah.
Uh, mm, Normal? I don't know.
Not those. I'm asking about like CSS.
Ah, font?
Font related.
Ah, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
But it was font size,
Mhm.
font family,
Exactly.
font
Yep,
weight,
that's right. Exactly. That's it. You got it. Um, explain. Okay, can you explain responsive web design?
design, web design. So,
Responsive.
yeah, for responsive web design, we can use media queries,
Mhm.
uh, flex and grids. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's all. And combination of flex and grid.
Yeah. Can you tell about mobile first design approach?
Yep. So nowadays, most of the people using mobile phones. That
Mhm.
means that most of a web application visit are visited by using mobile phones.
Mhm.
That's why it's good approach to start with mobile first, and then
Mhm.
create another.
Mhm. Okay. Mm, I think that's yeah.
And
Yeah, that's a good answer. CSS. What are the limitations of CSS? Like two examples.
limitations.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, can you give some synonyms for the word limitation?
Like
What do you mean?
CSS. So one of the examples here, it's not compatible with every browser. Sometimes it works for some browsers, sometimes it doesn't work. Disadvantages of CSS. So far we were
Uh,
talking about good stuff, right? CSS is good for
mhm.
that. Is what is it? Um,
Disadvantages.
yeah, limitations.
Mm,
Okay, no worries. It's just
I don't know.
random question. Yeah. This one I think you know. What are the different types? Okay, what are the different types of selectors?
Different types of selectors.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, by tag,
Okay.
one of them by class, by
Mm-hmm.
ID,
Mm-hmm.
uh, by ID, what was class by tag, by ID. I think the combination of the class and tag, for example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh, what else? Is there? I don't know.
Those are the main ones. Okay.
Yeah, but
Um,
I
there are
think it's
different
all of
more.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are more. Yep. Do you know what is preprocessor?
Pre- preprocessor. No.
CSS preprocessors. Like
Oh, okay,
SAS,
okay.
less.
SAS, less.
Yeah.
I know a
Um,
little bit about SAS.
okay,
It's
how
more
it's used.
it's more convenient and less code, I can say. And for example, when we do, I think it was when we want to implement inside the div, there is one paragraph with class, I think. We can just go right under this div and put the styling. And there is no commas and dots, I think it was.
Semicolons and brackets. Yep,
Yeah.
that's good. Okay. Um, what is viewport height and width?
So, how to explain? For the images or in general?
In general.
In general, we can give for our application the width and height. So, and view width and viewport width, it's
And height.
used and height, yeah. It's used to show our application in full application for the screen, I think, and there is no scrolling, as I understood. No, no, no.
Okay.
I know about this
Yeah,
image.
you almost got it. It's right. It's just the measurements, right? So
Yeah.
how these are just the units to measure the viewport of your browser.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe this one will skip. Okay, what is inline, inline block, and block? Shortly.
Um, so block it block elements will. So we have different tags. So one of them, some of them block elements, and some of them inline elements. So block elements will keep whole width that we have on
Yeah.
our browser, and then inline it will takes only this amount uh, of width of the screen that contain that content is
Inline element, yeah.
yeah. So and the inline block is when we implement for inline elements or block elements, this so as a style inline block, it means that we can change when we take inline element as an inline block, it will also it will also I don't know. Like a block.
Okay,
We
yeah,
can
they are actually.
implement different stylings like
So
for
it's
the
similar to
inline.
inline elements, but padding and margins are set
Oh,
to height and width. Okay.
it's more it's more
All right,
easier.
all right, no worries. Mhm. Okay, what is pseudo classes? What are pseudo classes?
Pseudo classes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, any ideas? Pseudo classes.
You were asking this question earlier.
Yeah, pseudo classes. It was pseudo classes. Is it the same one?
Same. Yeah.
Ah, really? Okay, okay. Okay. So pseudo classes, it's about when we give certain part of the code, state of the code, no, state. So there are, for example, there are pseudo classes like active, hover, and when we use them, it means we can implement some styling for this part when we use the pseudo classes.
Mm-hmm. So we can change the certain conditions,
Yeah.
right? That's what you mean. Okay, great. Mm, okay, what are the different units we have in CSS? Um,
Unit?
Units, yeah, like measuring different elements. Okay, I'll
Yes.
give you examples. You give me the
Okay.
definition. Okay, pixels, M, right?
Mhm.
And then point, and then
Point,
percentage. Yeah.
percentage, point. Uh, how to explain? M, there is certain for pixels, we can implement right away
Mm-hmm.
pixels. M, it's more than pixel. I mean, it's not equal to 1 pixel.
Yeah.
And how to
Yeah.
explain, but
You're right. Yeah.
it's more. And then percentage, it's we can use just a percentage, and point. I haven't heard about that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No worries. Uh, Basically you got it. Percentage we just assign
Yeah.
for fonts or something, right? Points also used for okay, I didn't know it. So points used for printing purposes, but
Oh, okay.
I don't know how it's applied to CSS.
Mm.
And the difference between pixel and M, it's 1 M is 16 pixels.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What property for font face? Okay. What is opacity?
Opacity, visibility. So we can implement, opacity when it's 1. It means that we will see the whole image or text.
Mm-hmm.
And when we implement opacity, for example, 0. 0.1 or 0.3, it means that it will less colors.
Visible.
Yeah, visible and
Yeah. Transparency, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You have the definition, but you are missing the words, the keywords.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Difficult.
Okay. How grid system works?
So it's kind of Flex. It's
Mhm.
similar to Flex, but it's more, I can say, detailed. So we
Mhm.
can, when we want, we can implement exact. How to explain it? So grid, it's used for layout. a
Mhm.
good
Yeah.
layout and the structure of our web application.
Mhm.
What else?
And you can add, it uses columns and rows, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. What are the different ways to hide an element?
Display hidden.
Mhm.
Or
Display hidden or display none?
display none.
Mhm.
Display none.
Yeah. What's the other one?
Visibility hidden.
Yep, that's two.
There is
Okay.
more or
There is I think it's combination of different things, but position
Ah.
absolute can be also used.
Mm.
Mm, What is important means in CSS?
Important. When we use importance, it will implement first. It will cover other stuff, and we will get the styling from this part.
It will have the highest
Yeah, range
precedence.
or
Yep.
rank, rank.
Okay, I think do you know what is mixins?
Mix or mix?
Mixin.
Mixing, no.
Oh,
Mixing.
okay. Maybe you can take a look afterwards.
Yeah.
The page or bring some float property.
Plot.
Mm-hmm.
Plot. Have left and right.
What is it?
Plot left, plot right.
Yeah, those.
And,
How it works. How can you explain?
so we have, for example, in our applications, when we use description for example, for one image, or we
Mhm.
want to describe one image, and we want to float this text from left or right side,
Mhm.
and we just put this styling or what's that to text as a plot left or right, what we
Mhm.
want, and that's it. It means that it will float from the right side or the left side the image.
Mhm. Okay, great.
Everything.
That's good. Yep. Okay, these questions I asked, I want to ask some other questions.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, the questions are repeating, so I want to find something different. Okay, we are switching to HTML now.
Yeah.
Hmm, what are the attributes and how do you use them?
Attributes. Attributes gives us more information about elements,
Mhm.
text.
Mhm.
There are most common attributes that I can call. It's href.
Okay.
We can use href, for example, inside image,
Mm-hmm.
and we put their link
Right.
that provides this image.
Mhm.
Another attributes is our source. For example, as a source, we can put the road to another folder inside
Right.
our HTML, inside our VS Code, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And then what else?
I think that's enough. Yeah.
As a style, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Another question. What are the HTML tags used for displaying a data table? Data table.
Data table. I think it was table, text table, and inside the table it should be TF
Mhm.
for the column and rows.
Mm. Yeah. So, what about body of the table?
Body of the table. Um, so it means inside the
Table.
text table
Mm.
will be the body,
Will it be just body
the
tag?
body, yeah,
The body. Yep.
the
I'm just,
body.
yeah. Okay. Mm. Okay. Semantic elements. Give me like 3 examples.
Header, footer, and maybe article, mainly.
Mhm. Okay, good. Does hyperlink only apply to a text?
Hyperlink.
Mm-hmm.
Hyperlink. One, six. No. I don't know.
What's another example for hypertext?
Hypertext.
Hyperlink, I mean.
Hyperlink is a tech link.
Yeah. So where
Uh,
we can use it besides?
uh, in the head.
No,
Yeah.
I mean what types of elements?
What
I
type
I already give you a hint.
elements?
So it's in the text and in the images, right? Because text can have the
Ah.
link, like we can have a sentence, like a long sentence, and then one word can just could be to email or to homepage,
Yes, yes.
and then
Got
the
it.
images.
I didn't
Okay.
get the question. Okay.
Yeah. Of texts. Okay. These are simple questions. Mm, Create new. What is span tag?
And
Mm-hmm.
it's an inline element.
Mm-hmm.
We can use, for example, when we want a specific word or specific part of the text, maybe uh, style somehow,
Mm-hmm.
implement some another styling. You can just use span
Mm-hmm.
and then style it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, okay. Let's say we have a input field
Mm-hmm.
and it's a text for text.
Okay.
And what's the length of characters we can put there?
Uh, I don't
Like
know
the
exact
default.
number. I don't know exact number. Maybe 100?
Mm,
50?
no, it's
I
too
don't know.
many.
Really?
Yeah,
Then 20. I don't
it's
know.
even lower than that.
Really? 16?
13.
13. Okay.
But you can adjust it. So it says if you give a size attribute and then you can put 1 or you can put 200, any number. But if you don't
Mm-hmm.
put it, it will be 13 characters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, HTML, CSS. Okay, let me find some examples.
Mm-hmm.
The concept. Okay, I don't have. Mm, Maybe I can find here. What's the largest heading? Some quiz questions.
Largest hit, H1.
Mm-hmm. Mm, what's the element for line break?
BR, BR, PR,
Mm-hmm.
break.
Okay, they're easy questions. Define the context. Um, okay, these are really simple questions. Great. Hyperlink. Okay, I will ask from the audience. Maybe they have ready questions. Okay, Victor.
No, I don't have questions. I know already answered for all questions. Well, or
Come on, one question. Just one.
So what is the advantages of white space? This,
Mm.
White space?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where? White
What is
space.
okay, what is white space?
Uh, White space is empty space without any text.
Yeah, actually. So what is advantages?
So it will give us better, so it would be easier to read and understand full content. And we can say that, for example, this certain part finished and started another part, or I don't know, another topic maybe.
I think that's great question. Answer, yeah.
Thank you. I don't
Did you prepare for this question or you just
know. I don't know about that. I
okay?
just mm,
I like your answer.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
first time that I heard white space.
Okay, let it be the last question.
Yeah,
Is older HTML compatible with the new browsers?
all HTML,
Old, older
old H.
HTML. Right now we are using HTML5, right?
Yes.
Let's say you wrote some code like 10 years ago and it was HTML2 or 3. Can it be viewed from the new browsers?
Oh, no, maybe.
Is
Yes.
it your final answer?
No. Yes. Yes.
No or yes? You say no, yes.
No, yes, I don't know. Hmm, I have to read the history of HTML um, because I don't know about another stuff. I
Mhm.
think it should because it's
Because
actually all application browser consist of HTML.
yeah,
No, it was XML
yep,
also, yeah.
you got it. This is the right answer actually. So it's compatible with new browsers because old and new HTML they still follow the standard.
Hmm.
So that's why they can be still viewed with
Mhm.
newer browsers, but some functionalities might be not available.
Okay. Yeah, it's just improving, yeah, some stuff
Yep.
and then
Some of
removing.
them are eliminating or adding new features.
Okay. Yeah, I have one question
Hmm.
uh about the part where I tell about myself. Is it enough?
Oh,
Because
introduction.
yeah, introduction.
It was great. It was
Okay.
good introduction. So yeah, sometimes you can just jump to your project, right? So let's say
Mhm.
you don't have much to say about your previous experience and you just jump to the project. I
Mhm.
use HTML, CSS, React. So it's good way of introducing yourself.
Mhm.
Um, I specifically asked what was your favorite part in any of the project
Mhm.
because that could be something to you can include it into your introduction again. So
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
say like I worked 3 years, I have this, I work with React mostly, and then you can say my favorite part of web development is I don't know, like giving styling or when you are deploying it, I don't know. So you just say
Mhm.
something that is related personally to you.
Mhm. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then if the interviewer finds it also like, if they like it, they will say, okay, you already have a good connection with the
Mm.
person.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
introduction was good. So um,
I
you
was
can just,
preparing.
yeah, so just use
Considering.
it same way. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
Good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Next is Amantur. How many time you have? It's almost 8 a.m. I mean 8 p.m. here. Mhm. Amantur, are you ready?
Y-
Or we should just skip this time?
No, we can make it for 5, 6 minutes, I think.
Okay, sure. Let's take 8 minutes interview, okay?
Okay.
Uh, all right. You are in Poland. What time is in Poland?
It's 4 o'clock
Four
morning.
o'clock.
Yes.
Same as Germany.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh
Oh,
no,
wow.
five
Five.
Yes.
almost.
Okay. Wow.
Mhm.
It's tough, I know, guys. But great. Uh, it's a great commitment for you guys. Okay. Montour, can you tell me about yourself?
Yeah, I'm a front-end developer with over 3 years experience at Cargo Fleet
Mm-hmm.
and also graduated computer science successfully and now looking for new opportunities to improving my skills
Mm-hmm.
as a front-end developer.
Okay, what's your specialties? What tech stack you work with?
Uh, I'm working with React
Mm-hmm.
because in our times it's getting more popular and also with JavaScript.
Okay. Mm. Did you start it as a web developer from the beginning, or you switched to front-end development later?
N- No, the first time I worked as a sales operator, it was summer intern, and
Okay.
and this my second experience started with front-end developer.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Let's jump to questions. What is
Mm,
iframe?
iframe, I think it's about like CSS. Yeah.
You asking me?
N- No, it's topic of CSS because frame is looks like giving
Uh,
color.
it's still you have to apply HTML and then No, there is. I don't think it's really related to CSS.
Okay.
Okay, no answer for now. Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's move on really quick.
Mhm.
So what's the difference between link tag and a tag?
Link tag, we can use it to put some links,
Mm-hmm.
but it will link only your pages. And a tag, we can put the sources like from the internet.
Okay. Okay.
And
How we
link
can
tag,
okay, let's move on.
Okay.
How we can create a nested web page?
Nested web page. I heard about nested, but I forgot it.
So it's iframes. Okay. What do you mean by alternative text?
Alternative text, right? Alternative text, it's some description if your images will not applied, or some before that we was talking about to the people who are blind,
It's not only for those people.
and for the like developers who didn't understand your code, maybe.
Even for developers. So let's say your project is growing and it's really challenging to read and understand. But if you have those alternative text, it will be easier, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just looking for questions here. What are the basic for tags in HTML?
The basics for tags in HTML is attributes
No, tags.
and basic tags.
Every HTML file has these tags. What are they?
What is tags first? It's
Elements, yeah?
yeah. Yeah, elements.
Give me just like 4 different examples.
Div. Oh no. Header.
Okay, next question. Give me some examples of new tags in HTML5.
New tags in HTML5. I forgot what is tag.
Okay. How many minutes? We almost got 2 minutes. I think I got all the questions. What is transform?
Transform, it's using in CSS. For example, you are applying some styling and you want to make it, for example, make it like give it action, it will move, and transform is like a timer to movement.
Yeah, it transforms, right?
Yes.
What is transition? Is it the same thing?
Yeah, is it? No, there is not same thing. Transition, I think it's applying the time, like 0.6 seconds.
You said the same thing for transform.
For transform, I think they should be applied like words transform, float maybe.
Rotate.
Yeah, something
Not
like that.
float.
Yeah.
Okay, something like that. What is imports?
Imports, it's using to import some additional stuffs to your HTML and CSS from your
Mm-hmm.
package, maybe.
Okay. Mm, how Flex works?
Um, we use Flex to make our web page more responsive.
Mm-hmm.
So you can collaborate with a couple of divs and making them, if we use it on the tablets or iPhones, something other devices,
Mm-hmm.
you will make it more responsible with Flex.
Not responsible, responsive.
Responsive, yeah,
Yeah. Okay. They cannot be responsible for something, right?
yeah, yeah.
It's responsive. Okay, give me like some what is it? Attributes of Flex.
Yeah. Um, like Flex direction,
Mm-hmm.
it will
One.
Flex direction and display flex. It will firstly apply to your main div
Mm-hmm.
and
How you change the order? Like not in order, but the flow.
um, you can just apply
You want to combine or you want to spread them? What are the attributes?
as between space, like space between.
But before that, what do you apply?
Before that, we are applying flex direction to put.
That's at the beginning. But
Um,
I'm talking about like you want to make them in the one space or you want to spread them or you want to like one here, second, third one.
display flex
Let's say
and
you have one item here, one item here. You want
mhm,
to make them in the same, in the center.
display inline, yeah,
Yeah. You are talking about the values. I'm asking about the attributes. So there
attribute.
is align items, align content, right? Justify content. I was
Yeah,
asking
yeah,
about
yeah.
those. Okay, box model and that's it.
Box model is like um, topic about the CSS,
Mm-hmm.
how we see them in
Mm-hmm.
the center. It's our content. After
Yeah.
that comes margin and border. No, after content comes border and then margin and padding.
No, padding comes earlier.
After, yeah, before border comes padding
Mm-hmm.
and after border comes
So
margin.
let's start from beginning. Content.
Content, padding,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
border, and margin.
correct. Okay, that's it for today.
Okay, thank you.
I'm stopping the recording.